boat here with Treasure Seeker Shell Tours, and we are out on a really cool island just south of Marco, one of the 10,000 islands. So it is a beautiful day. The water is super clear. So we are going to get our shell on here at Kice Island on this video on the Virtual Shelling Network. Are you ready? Let's go! Alright guys, as we make our way up through these mangrove roots, we're just going to kind of take a look inside the root bases here just to see if we can find anything fun. And I am filming on my GoPro today, so you guys will have to let me know what you guys think of the quality of this video and how you guys think it looks from your perspective. So up here you've got, oh wow, look at the shell pile. Holy moly, look at all the shells. Oh wow, look at all the shells. Where should we begin? I like to begin in a corner over here, and I like to check behind these roots systems and kind of see if anything got stuck. Look at this nice big cockle right here. That's a beautiful one. There's another one right there. So you guys will get a better perspective with this camera, I think, of seeing what I see when I'm here live shelling. Ooh, look at this really pretty little lace murex here. Super pretty. There's a nice whelk. That'll look really pretty all oiled up. Oh, I see a top hiding. I love these. I love finding tops. And then right here it looks like we've got a little king crown too. Beautiful. Let's see what else we can find. Look at all of the shells, you guys. Like, holy cow. And this right here, this is a little egg sac of a murex. So it's interesting to me, these egg sacs, because if you can see, I'll try to find one of the little right here. There's one little hole right here that you can see, but all of these little sacs contained eggs for murex shells. Isn't that so cool? I think that's so awesome. And here's a really pretty olive sitting here too. Grab this pretty, if I can get my shell bag open here. Pretty olive, look at this. Beautiful shiny olive. And I love these big fighting conchs. How pretty that one is. Super pretty. And I'm kind of far up from the beach, if you guys can see. There's just so many fun places to shell. And when the storms come in and the waves get really high, it pushes a lot of these shells up here and creates these big piles that you could literally look through all day. Whoa. So cool. You guys hear crunching under my feet? Crunching on all the shells. So here's some pieces of like driftwood. This is always a fun area to kind of look through. Look at all the driftwood. Holy moly. And then this is big shell pile here. Wow. How cool is this? Alright guys, we're kind of coming around here through this side. I'm gonna come over with husband and see what he's got going on. You can see the tide is low. And these little coves are pretty awesome to find really fun shells as the tide starts to go out and uncovers all of these fun treasures. Oh, look at this pretty scallop right here. This pretty red scallop. So pretty. Oh, he's got some pretty olives. Look at that. Beautiful. So we're just kind of hiking along. There's a really pretty juvenile fighting conch and a gaudy nautica. Oh, here's another gaudy nautica here. Oh, and here's an olive. Oh, I might as well just stay down here picking up shells. Look how pretty. Oh, and here's a lot of people think that these are horse conchs because they're orange, but they're actually a drill, and that'll brighten up really nicely, the same as a horse conch would. Here's another drill. It's more of the traditional color. There's a olive here, pretty conch here, whelk, scallop. Look at that pretty olive. It's a really pretty olive. Here's another couple gaudy nauticas. They'll be really pretty once they're shined up. Just kind of making our way down the beach, checking out all of these crazy shells. Holy cow, look at this pretty whelk here. Let's kind of shell this little rack line down here and see what we can find. Lots of conchs. Look at this pretty one. I love the conchs with like the patterns. Look at the pattern on that baby. That is beautiful. I gotta rinse that one off. It's really pretty. Look at all of the shells, you guys. Ooh, this one's calling to me too. Look at that. I love a big, beautiful conch. There's a little olive hiding here, and here's a little shark eye. Look at that. There's another little drill. Little lace murex here. Pretty light colored conch. Just right here in this area. Ooh, I see that pink scallop. Look at that pretty pink scallop, or the orange scallop. Ooh, there's a nutmeg. Do you guys see the nutmeg right here? Super pretty. Look at that nutmeg. Oh, here's another nutmeg. Nutmegs. So pretty. There's a big shark eye right there too. Look at this shark eye. Lots of nutmegs. Don't usually find a lot of nutmegs, but today they are here. They are here and looking good. And I'm sure there's so many shells buried under all of this. Here's another murex here. Really pretty conch with a pattern. I get into picking up conchs, and then I try not to pick up too many because it makes your shell bag really heavy, and then you don't have room for a lot of other shells. There's a couple pretty whelks. Look at this big murex here. Whelk and a tulip. Ooh, look at that pretty scallop right here. Look at this. I love these white scallops with like that hint of pink. Look how pretty that is. Super pretty. This is definitely where you want to look for shells, like peeking out, peeking through. Look how pretty that conch is. And you've got to look for what you can't see. You have to kind of look like here, this orange scallop. This is just a little piece of it, but look how pretty. So this is exactly the area where you have to really look for buried treasure. Look at this one right here. Look how pretty. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Over here, looks like we've got it gaudy right here. I think it's broken, but that would have been a really pretty one. That would have been a pretty one. Here's a pretty scallop. Here. olive just laying here. I love me a shiny olive. And up here, we've got a really pretty tulip. Look at this pretty whelk. So crazy. Oh, look at that nutmeg. Oh, and he found an alphabet cone. Oh, you found a dark nutmeg. Look at that. Oh my gosh, these are awesome. Look how pretty, guys. Look how pretty these are. That is awesome. Awesome colors. Well done. So Barry's just got a garden claw. Here. Just a garden claw like this. No, here you go. I can't do it with two hands. And that's what he uses to just dig through these shell piles, because otherwise you'll tear up your fingers. So you want to make sure that you're either using a piece of a shell or a garden tool or something to dig, just so you don't tear up your hands. But all of this stuff is like look at this lace murex, nutmeg, horse conch, just laying right here. Look at this pretty conch. This pretty little conch right here. Oh, here's a Florida cone. And then here's an olive. So, I mean, you could literally just sit yourself here with murex. Here's a gaudy. Here's a double jewelry box. It's empty, so we're going to throw that in there too. And here's a little cone. Oh, look at that little murex right here. This one. And here's a little tiny, oh my gosh, look at this king crown. Look how cute. Shark eye. That's a pretty shark eye. Well, so just, digging through this shell pile, like, you're going to find so many. Oh, look at this Florida cone. So pretty. And here's another drill. And this is where you uncover really fun things. Here's another big orange. I'll send you guys some of these orange scallops. They're just so beautiful, especially when they're all oiled up and bright. Here's another Florida cone. Florida cones and nutmegs today, guys. That's what we're finding a lot. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, there's alphabet cones under here. I mean, I'm sure, without a doubt, there's a Junonia in here somewhere. Remember, Junonias are heavy. They're heavy shells, so they're going to fall to the bottom. And then they're going to get covered up. So, here's another jewelry box. Ooh, that one's kind of got... See how... So, it's empty. Well, it's not empty. It's not alive. But you see how it has some, like, goop in there? So, that's still the animal left in that. I'm just going to toss that back because... Let some fish and crabs eat it out, because if you take that home, it's going to be a pain to clean. It's going to smell really, really bad. Let's just get down and check out here what we can see. So you can always grab, oh, here's a fun little worm shell. I love worm shells. So we're going to grab, you can grab a pen shell, it's really good to use. Any type of broken shell like this is just an oyster shell, and you can use that to kind of dig through to not hurt your hands. Here's a king crown. There's a little whelk. And here's another really pretty scallop with the orange on the bottom. So I'm just digging through to see. There's a little tulip. Here's another olive, drill, murex. Gosh, the shell piles like crazy. Look at this big murex here. Pretty scallop. Oh, look at this nutmeg, you guys. Here. Look at that. That's going to be so pretty oiled. Wow. Awesome. Down here. See what we get. Look at the purple lip on this conch. Look at that. Look at that beautiful purple lip. Love those. You guys can see where we're at. You always gotta check around because this is where stuff gets here, washed up and stuck in all of this. Alright, so here's just a piece of a pen shell. I'm going to use to just kind of start digging through some of these shells. Here's a little gaudy right here. No, I'm kind of in the way of the sun. Let me move over here. Oh, managed not falling over. This big whelk. Wow, look how pretty. No, I'm good. Look at this lace murex, look how pretty. I can't turn it around. I really need 3 hands. I think if you guys like this view of shelling, I'm gonna get the head attachment that I can put this on my head, and then I can have 2 hands to shell. A little parallel here. And these shells are so stinky. So when they wash up, they get a lot of deceased critters, and then they start to dry out. So that's why I always check the shells, and they might not be alive, but they also might not be empty. So you want to make sure you don't have a deceased critter in there. It's not going to be a fun drive home for you. Or the yeah. There's just so many shells. Oh, look at that king crown right here. You guys. Look how pretty. And here's a horse conch too. A little bit worn, but pretty. Oh, look at this rose murex, you guys. Hold on, I gotta grab this nutmeg really quick too. Look at the nutmeg. And here's a cone and a nutmeg. And then Barry found a horse conch. And look at this rose murex. These are so hard to find. Look at that Florida cone right there. Let me put that in my bag. These are hard to find, and they usually have, now this has a, I can't tell if that's broken, but usually they have a really long tail, and they're just so pretty. but they're hard to find with that tail not broken off. I can't tell if that one's broken off or just short, but look how pretty that is. That's a great find. I love that. I mean, I feel like I'm like looking for shells and I'm missing stuff as I'm looking because there's just so much. Oh, I see a piece of the nutmeg. There's a little drill. Yep, there's a nutmeg right here. I like that little one. There's a hair whelk and another murex. Oh, here's another jewelry box that's empty, but it's empty. It's like sandy, but it's all cleaned out. So we can go ahead and take that one with us. We don't have to worry about it stinking up our bag too bad. You guys, look what husband just found. He found this beautiful true tulip. So these are both true tulips. One is kind of like a dark chocolate color, and then the other one is red, solid red. And then I found a little alphabet cone, which is like really little because you can see how these tulips are. How pretty. Oh my word. This is a picture of our bucket. So I have a shell bag, but we brought a bucket. We brought a bucket to periodically empty out our shell bags to make more room. So as I walk back through what we already dug through here, you'll find more things because your eye like misses things that you may have already like dug through, but like you just didn't see. So here's an olive right here. Olive. Lots and lots of conchs. I would pick up all the conchs, but then I would have no room for anything else. I love conchs. I could pick up every conch that I find. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. Shell pile. Ugh. And laying right on top is a ginormous orange scallop. And before I even start digging around, I'm just looking to see what's on the pile. If you guys can see here, is a really huge murex. You've got a hair whelk here, which is a really pretty pattern. So I just kind of give a once over to the shell pile to see if I see anything that stands out. And then I'm just going to grab just a piece of a pen shell and kind of dig through and see if we can uncover anything fun. Ooh, that would have been. So I'm going to trade my pen shell for this big whelk. I wonder if this is all the same piece of whelk right there. Ooh, here's a pretty whelk. Grab a piece of whelk just because it's a little more sturdy, so I can dig through. See if we can find anything else really fun. Here's another little pretty whelk. Kind of where we are in relation to the water. So the high tide line comes up here and just spills these shells over the top. Here's another pretty whelk right here. I love whelks, by the way. If you guys haven't noticed, I love them. And here's a really pretty dark one. See how there's an animal still in there? So it is deceased. But that smells so bad. So you do not want to put that in your shell bag. Like, unless like it's like a Junonia or some like really high value shell, don't take it home. Just trust me, you'll never get that out and it's gonna smell so bad. I know people will say to boil them in water, but that really only works if the animal's still alive because it forces them to come out. But if they're already deceased and you boil it, it's not going to really do anything. And then some people will say to like put it in bleach water, but bleach water is not going to like dissolve all of the tissue. So just trust me when I say it's like really tough to get it out. So here's a pretty pink scallop, big pink scallop. plastic in my shell bag, just a piece of trash, so that's what you guys probably hear crunching around in my shell bag. Hey guys, I've been just digging in this hole right here, just digging all these shells, and look what I found right here. Look at this. Look at that true tulip. I mean, that's beautiful. Oh my word. So just in a bin, I grabbed just a piece of driftwood. The driftwood here is crazy. I was just telling my husband that I could come here and just search for driftwood. I'm a driftwood fan. I think one of the reasons is because like we don't have a lot of driftwood on Marco and on Sanibel. So it's really fun for me because, you know, I just love driftwood and it's not something that I always am able to find. But the problem is just like really big and really heavy. Look at all these shells! Oh my gosh. There's so, I mean, it just keeps going deeper and deeper. And there's so many shells. See what else fun we can uncover. That's kind of a hard thing about digging through shells, is because sometimes you're kind of damaging shells as you're digging. Get this pretty Florida cone right here. Florida cone. Kind of pick a spot and start digging. These shell piles are so crazy. And this is an island that you can only get to by boat. So this is why when you come down to visit, make the time to take a tour. So you can come directly to an area like this that has shell piles. The shell piles may or may not be here based on the weather, because these piles could be gone tomorrow if we get another storm. Sometimes the storms bring them in, sometimes they take them out. Ooh, look at this king crown, you guys. It's like half petrified. It's super heavy. That's really neat. Here, honey. That's really cool. As I reach over, there's another big pretty whelk. Up here too. You guys tell I love whelks. Like, there's something about whelks that's just, they're all so unique. They're different colors and sizes and everything. Alright, let's kind of, I could stay here all day, but we're going to go to a different spot. Oh, until I grab this really pretty Murex. Look at the tip on that. Woo! That's beautiful. Okay, now like what else am I missing before I leave? Am I looking right at a Junonia and I just don't see it? That's always the question. There's so many times that I'm like almost stepping on a shell and I just don't see it because I'm so busy looking around that I'm not looking for what I'm stepping on. Oh, here's a really pretty horse conch here. Another whelk here. And I love finding these little like sandworm rock things. I'm not even really sure what they are. They look like they're made out of sand, but they've got little like wormholes. I just think that they're really fun. They kind of feel like a rock. I'll have to research more and find out what exactly they are and how they're made and where they come from, but I think they look really pretty in a shell bowl. Oh, here's an angel wing here. A lot of these angel wings are damaged. Oh, this one's not though. It's just got a barnacle on it. Look how pretty. There's a little olive hiding here. Isn't this crazy shelling? I love to look in here. I feel like in these tree branches is where there's a lot of good stuff that gets caught. This is definitely a place for sure that I would like sit here and dig if I had more time. Ooh, I almost knocked my hat off. Kice here. We had to outrun this crazy storm that is kind of creeping up on us a little bit. So starting to rain, but I'm just kind of shelling the brake line here to see if we have any fun shells that we can find. Here's a really good looking whelk, it looks like right here. Oh, it's kind of broken. Let's see what else we have here. Washout Pit here. What people have to understand is they wonder why the beach changes so often, right? Well, the shells that you find on the beach, I mean, they're buried deep, and this just gives you an example of, like, as it washes away, you can see that there will be shells that are uncovered, and then when the tide comes in, it covers them back up. So here's a nice parallel right here. You can't tell if there's a creature in there. I think that's an old dead animal, so we're gonna leave that, but you'll see a lot of shells. And this is kind of a washout here, so we're gonna come over here and just see if we see anything fun on this side. And the water's really murky here, so I'm going to try to stick to the edge over here and see what we can locate. Look at this little murex. Is this a little lace murex here? Perfect. Shark eye. Nice big shark eye there. Little murex hiding. Beautiful little top. Little drill. Here's a shark eye. Probably won't make it back in my shell bag. Look how cute. Banded tulip here. Guys, we have to head back to the treasure seeker boat, so thank you guys so much for joining me. This has been such a crazy day, starting out at one end of the island and then outrunning the rain to the other end of the island. I hope you guys had so much fun virtual shelling underwater and on the beach. If you have any questions, please contact me, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye!